Sorge, please figure it out.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of the CR7 Podcast. The RTGAC is back, and today, coming to you live here, 8 a.m. in the media studio. We are so back. It's been months since we've done the latest edition of the CR7 Podcast, but we were on the news for the CR7 Podcast. More on that later. I think this is the first episode since Cole has officially become a superstar in the world of worlds. I don't know. He's going to...
Yeah.
Fries, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nonetheless, we are back here on the CR7 Podcast. We got a lot to go over about today, but before we get into anything, Cole, say what's up to the people.
Morning, everyone. Good to be back, like Ryan said. First episode back, and I'm bleached, so...
Yeah, bleached.
Definitely happy to be back. I mean, like Ryan said, this is, first one back in a while, so honestly just happy to get into it. And we got some good topics to bring up for you. I'll let Ryan get into the rundown.
Yeah, Cole is bleached due to a baseball all bleaching.
Yep.
It's fun. It's a fun time. As an honorary member of the Bench Mafia, I feel like I should take part, but you know what? It's okay. Nonetheless.
You could sit this one out.
I think I'd look good.
Hey, if you're down to do it.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we will have a 76ers overview. I know we really didn't get a chance to talk about the Eagles' playoff loss versus the 49ers, but I feel like at this point we will probably talk more about it as the year winds down. And that was sticking in Philly. We'll talk about, is the A.J. Brown trade really happening? Jalen Wild just got traded to the Denver Broncos. Does that make the trade less likely? We'll talk about that. Cole and I will get into our World Baseball Classic reactions as Venezuela defeated the United States yesterday in a 3-2 showdown. In the NBA, the Celtics getting Jason Tatum back. Are they the favorites in the Eastern Conference at the current moment in time? And then we obviously got to talk about March Madness as well. We'll get into Ryan's rant, and we'll wrap things up for today. But Cole, 76ers, they're not that good. I mean, let's just put it straight. I got absolutely dominated by the Denver Nuggets yesterday, 124-96. Their defense just seems to be an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what's going on with this team.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, especially when you don't have Maxey, it's just really tough to compete for them. Maxey was out, Embiid was out. I believe Kelly Oubre was out as well last night. You're not going to win many games without those three guys. Again, do I think it's a Denver thing? Yes. I mean, they're a very, 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 very good team. But again, I don't know how good we can be down the stretch in defensive situations. We're just not a good defensive team. And that's just kind of simply put. I think Kelly Oubre is not a good defender. Maxey's definitely our best defender by far. Embiid has good rim protection, but he's just so much slower now that he's kind of aged over the years. But yeah, I think we struggle a lot on the defensive side, and then on the offensive side of the ball, it's pretty much Maxey the entire time. With him out, there's kind of no hope for us, kind of on the offensive side because he opens up the floor so much. I don't really have much. I'd be surprised if they kept, what are they, the 9 or the 10? The 9 seed? I would honestly be surprised if they made the playoffs, Ryan.
Yeah, it's sad. No Maxey, Embiid just can't really get up and down the floor, and when he can, he's decent, but I don't know. It's just like he's not really driving to the basket. He's taking a lot of jump shots that I think are unnecessary. I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now for the Sixers. Injuries is a problem. Embiid's injured. We never even talked about Paul George in his episode of God knows what happened. He's not coming back till pretty much the season ends. I think there's like 9 games left when he's going to come back. I mean, there's just there's really no hope for that. And just after he dropped 30 points, the NBA didn't really like that. But yeah, I mean, I said it from the beginning of the season. I said this back in October when we were all happy. Oh, the Sixers started out 5-0, and I'm like, well, the defense is not that good. They're not playing that great of competition. It's the beginning of the season. Let's cool it down. And it turns out that they came back down to earth. And honestly, this team should be a championship contender. I mean, when you have the likes of Embiid, Maxey, Edgecombe, who is probably not rookie of the year between Knoepel and Flag, but he's definitely in the running. I'd say he's going to be a finalist for it. You have Paul George as well. You got Grimes. You got Kelly Oubre. You had Jared McCain. We didn't even talk about that trade, which was abysmal.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you can't. I can't really talk about these basketball games right now because you got to talk about what the hell is going on before you even get there. I mean, it's just not going well for the Philadelphia 76ers at all. The defense is poor. They let teams get out on way too many runs. I mean, they really didn't have a chance last night against Denver. From start to finish, it was just domination. I don't really know how much more you can say about that. It just wasn't good. I mean, Quentin Grimes has been our leading scorer for the past couple of games. I mean, he's going to be, what do you call it? Is he coming back? I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. Would you like to come on the podcast and apologize?
I'm very sorry for speaking.
It's all good. It's all good. Now moving on. I'm actually not that strict. It was just having fun. The look on his face was absolutely priceless. It was hilarious. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I mean, it's just not looking good for the Sixers right now. I feel like we need to move on before it turns even worse. Nonetheless, I feel like we should, World Baseball Classic just happened yesterday. I know A.J. Brown's a touchy subject here in Philadelphia. Also, the World Baseball Classic is a touchy subject in America at the current moment in time. So let's just get into the World Baseball Classic, Cole. I know that's your wheelhouse. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, what happened last night?
I mean, I'll break this game down. Kind of starting on the U.S. side, I'll start with the starting pitching. I think, contrary to popular belief, I thought Nolan McLean did a very, very good job starting this game. This is a tough lineup that Venezuela put out. And I thought that he did a really good job. I think he made two mistakes. One, he yanked the sweeper, and I think it was the third. He yanked the sweeper. They advanced to second and third, and then obviously the sac fly got him out. Acuna picked up on the spike sweeper grip, and he relayed that to Garcia for the fly ball. So I think that was an issue. Just something I wanted to point out. And then also in the fifth, he literally just threw a fastball middle to Wilyer Abreu, who's arguably the hottest hitter on the Venezuela team after sending them, to the final. So I don't think he did that bad of a job. I think it was honestly a similar outing to what Skeens did against the Dominican Republic. However, I do think he had those two mistakes, which I wouldn't say were the end-all be-all, but again, it put the U.S. in a bad spot, especially with Venezuela kind of having a home crowd there. And then I'll get into the relievers. They did a very, very good job. I was impressed with Brad Keller, who came in the fifth, and then Will Vest and Griffin Jackson did a very, very good job. I thought Whitlock should have went out of the game immediately. I don't know why. After he walked two guys, they kept him in or whatever. Or he walked one guy and then let up a hit. But regardless, I thought he should have been pulled earlier. And then, he had 18 pitches without getting an out. And then Ty Rogers, I thought he did a good job just inducing kind of ground balls and whatnot. So, I mean, moving over to the Venezuelan side of things, they kind of played perfectly, honestly. I thought Eduardo Rodriguez had a completely perfect outing. He walked one guy, gave up a hit, struck out four. He dominated Aaron Judge in the two at-bats that he saw from him. I thought Bizardo was very, very good out the pen. And I also thought it was a good managerial move just because of how different Bizardo is from Rodriguez. You go from kind of a slow, crafty lefty to Bizardo, who's a power sinker, power sweeper guy. Moving on to Machado. He just don't leave a pitch over the middle to Harper. That's kind of the only note I have for that. But other than that, they really did a very good job as a pitching staff. Only 3 walks. They struck out 10 against a very, very good U.S. lineup. So got to tip your cap to them. And I thought, honestly, U.S. just didn't deserve to be in it with 3 hits. They were lucky that they got a guy on for Harper with a walk. Otherwise, honestly, this game might not have been close. But yeah, that's kind of all I got. I thought this was a super poor underperformance in the final game.
I mean, I don't even think the U.S. deserved to be at this point. I mean, against the Dominican Republic, they won off of a controversial call. I understand that you could talk about, like, you got to swing the bat or don't leave it up to the umpire or this, that, and the other, or it was a good call or whatever. Some people agree with the call.
I mean, the ball was 2.5 inches off the plate.
No, I know, but
against
I'm just saying, you won off of a controversial call, and that's how you're at this point. A lot of people predicted the Dominican Republic were going to win. So I don't even think the U.S. deserved to be at this point. And then, it was just that was just terrible. I mean, you look at the hitting. I mean, it was a God squad out there. I mean, when you literally assemble the All-Star team, that's what you get. I mean, it was terrible. I don't really understand what was going on out there. They just couldn't hit the ball. You probably would know a lot of that more than I would, but yeah. I think my idea would just be to hit the ball. I mean, even at Schwarber's last at-bat, I mean, the pitches were there for him. They were up in the zone. I know guys like to, hit up in the zone nowadays or whatever, but... I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. Palencia was throwing cheese, so
he was, but come on, it was right in hard. Schwarber's.
I mean, Schwarber went down swinging.
I know that.
His first swing was a daddy hack.
But you gotta hit the ball.
I understand, but you can't always do it. I do think.
And how many at bats though? You gotta hit the ball eventually.
All right, give the guy a break.
Annoying. Even the same thing with Judge.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Harper. He batted 100 into this game.
Yeah, I know, but I'll give him a pass because he hit the 2-run home run. He actually hit it when it mattered.
Yeah. I will say the one managerial mistake that I am going to put on Mark DeRosa is not starting Gunnar Henderson. He was red hot, batting like 420 going into this game, and he started Bregman at third base, who sitting like under 200. So, I mean, that was just kind of a dumb move. I get it. No, I don't. Never mind.
I think that Henderson was probably going to be the right choice. I mean, Henderson was killing it. I mean, he's been the only person on the United States that I thought has not just been trying to hit the home run. Like, he's actually been, hitting the ball in the field. He's been getting on base, and that's what was leading to runs, earlier in the tournament. So I thought that was probably, bad. That they didn't start him. I agree with that. I mean, I guess they're going to always criticize him for Whitlock going in, but if he saved the game, nobody would have criticized it. So I feel like that's not.
I understand, but especially because he threw in the semifinal, so I just don't like bringing guys back on, low rest. Honestly, I believe he pitched in the quarterfinal as well. So remember. He didn't let up a run, but again. I get it. You want to put him into that situation. I don't know if it was a lefty-lefty matchup. I kind of forgot, but
Sam, you have something to say?
That AB to Suarez was just non-competitive. I mean, it was competitive, but he 18 pitches until the first out.
Mark DeRosa hinted after the game that the Padres would not allow him to throw Mason Miller.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know that.
They weren't letting him throw.
Oh, they wouldn't let Mason Miller. That's interesting. I did not know that.
The only situation they would have let him throw was a safe situation.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
The same thing with Palencia.
I mean, that makes sense. They want to protect their guy. I mean, I remember when...
Well, it was the same thing with Palencia, but I don't know. My thing was just, why don't you bring in Ty Rogers before Whitlock? Just because of the short rest.
Yeah.
And also, Whitlock couldn't have pitched unless it was a tie ball game. So...
I don't know. I mean, it's all weird, just based off of, because, you're spending millions of dollars on guys. You want to put guys in the best situation, but... Obviously, they have contracts, and they gotta oblige to them. But it is what it is. Venezuela has won the WBC. USA goes out in the finals for the second straight tournament. They won back in 2017, but I don't know. It's been heartbreak ever since. I mean, at least they've gotten there. But nonetheless, let's get into a little bit of football here. A.J. Brown. I mean, he has been in the headlines ever since he got to Philadelphia. I mean, he has just been, I don't know, it's just, it always seems like the media's trying to make it like he's unhappy. I don't know, it's just a lot brewing in the Eagles organization. Now, seems like every day there's a new report that A.J. Brown is linked to some team and he prefers to be on another team that's not the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, at this point, why doesn't he just come out and request a trade? Maybe he just doesn't want to I don't understand. He hasn't been like not vocal. He's been so vocal to the media that he, has issues with the organization. At this point, I feel like he might as well just say he wants to be traded.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. I mean, maybe he doesn't want that bad PR. I know that you get called soft and other things for that. I don't really know, but all I know is that at this point, why doesn't he just request a trade? Because he's been, borderline in the headlines for not wanting to be on the Eagles for months and even years now. So I don't really understand it. Even when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they were like, does A.J. Brown want to be traded? It doesn't make much sense. So do I think A.J. Brown might eventually get traded? Yeah, depending on what happens in the organization. Then there's reports saying that he wanted to be traded since week 3. Is that a thing anymore? Like, was that a real report? I don't know. So, am I missing something? What are we laughing about?
Nothing.
I honestly have no idea.
I don't either.
Go ahead.
Can I make my point?
Yes.
They have to trade him before or after June 1st because of the dead cap. That would just be terrible. But I think that Jalen Waddle kind of has a domino effect because of the fact that he got traded to Denver. So he was linked. AJ Brown was linked to Denver for like 10 seconds. I feel it's going to be the New England Patriots. I feel like if he gets traded, and the Eagles want a first-round pick. I don't know if they're going to get that at this point because if you see the highest,
Really?
If you see the highest value for receivers nowadays, like
Waddle's got traded for a first and a third.
yeah, but that's the 30th overall pick.
First and a third.
Yeah, but that's the 30th, and he's also very young.
A.J. Brown is better than Jalen Waddle.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying.
I think a first and a second is reasonable.
I think it is too, but our team's going to put that on his market value because of the problems he creates.
I get it. You want to think about the other stuff, but again, on the field, if you're gonna trade a first and a third for Jalen Waddle,
I know, but what I'm saying
a first
is
and a second for A.J. Brown
there's
is
a market,
completely
though.
justified.
The problem is that there's a market.
Exactly.
Well, the markets might not be at what his max value actually is.
So you think he's worse? He has
No.
worse trade value
No,
than
yes.
Jalen Waddle. You can't say that. That's a crazy take.
Because we've seen crazier things happen. Like, no, okay, let me not.
You
say
think
that.
Howie
We've
Roseman
seen-
would trade him for a first?
No,
and a fourth?
Howie's going to keep him if the value is bad, and we've seen that because apparently the value has been bad when calls were made. So I don't think he will settle. But I'm saying his market value at the current moment in time is probably not higher than Jalen Waddle's.
You think it's equal?
Yes.
Okay. I disagree.
All right. That's fine.
I think it honestly went up, his value, after the Jalen Waddle trade.
No way. Actually,
Because
Yeah.
you're kind of just asking for a first and a second kind of out of nowhere.
that's fair.
And then Jalen Waddle, first and third.
Yeah, I guess that's
I
fair.
think you can justify first and a second.
Well, how old is Jalen Waddle and how old is AJ Brown? Because that's
They're roughly the same age.
he's
Waddle's probably a
27,
little younger.
AJ Brown. They're 1 year apart. Yeah, I guess you're right on that part. I guess before the Waddle trade, his market value was probably down, but because you heard the reports. They weren't offering anything like that good for him. I assume that offer was like a good second round pick and maybe like a third. I don't know though. We'll see. I think that at the end of the day, I don't know if he's gonna get traded. I really don't have a yes or no answer. I want to say yes or no. At this point, I probably more lean no because it's not like he doesn't not want to play for the Eagles. It just sounds like he prefers another team if the reports are accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably would lean more no, but I don't know. We'll see. Do you think he'll get traded?
I think it's a higher possibility than people might think.
You might be right. I don't know. We'll see. How much time do we got? We got like 20 minutes. All right. We won't talk about the NBA if we don't have to. But let's talk about college basketball. Cole,
Yeah.
I know that we've been wanting to get into this. Dom Campanera, do
Absolutely.
you want to come in and give your predictions real quick?
This is my favorite time of year. I'm not gonna go in there cold because tore through him. I'm not on camera. Now I'm on camera. I'm going in the middle now. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, no, I try to bring in a guest.
Just give us your Final Four, bro.
Duke's winning it all.
Really?
Thank you.
Boozers, not
Well, wait.
sad.
Really
Give us
good.
your Final Four.
Well, I hear you, bro. Please, relax. Yeah, give us the entire Final Four. So Duke out of the East.
Yeah, Duke. I think Houston I had. If it's loads.
Yeah, the internet here is not.
Yeah,
really,
you know, that's part of it.
It's not
Who'd you have
I
out
gotta
of the
go.
Midwest?
Who's in there? Let me see.
Iowa State.
Iowa State. I do have them. That's Purdue or Arkansas. I think I picked Purdue. I think Duke is just. They're due for a year this year. The Boozers are, hard to beat as it is. I mean, I see you guys right now. They both have Blue Devils on your screen. It's just, they're. I mean, Mr. Burns said it best. They're in a very competitive, region.
Mr.
So.
Burns always says it best.
I agree. I think they are, and I think that's the best coaching bracket I think I've ever seen.
And I think if you make it out of there alive, you're gonna win it all. Maybe
agree.
aside from Arkansas, it might make a scare. Houston enter there. Florida. I don't think Florida's gonna be. I don't think Florida's the caliber of what Duke is right now. I think Duke has built up a whole new level of playing style and stuff. I think they're gonna dominate in all aspects. You have
That's fair.
experience. Seriously, the Boozers. I mean,
No, I know they're good.
yes. They're talking about probably top 5 NBA picks, top 10. I don't even know where you're looking at there, but I think that they're just stellar all around. But
Fair
the
enough.
Crimson Tide pick last year. Can't talk much about them on the shows made for kids, but slow and steady. They'll be back there. They got good offense. They got Joel
Yeah.
Bethea,
Yeah.
the wood guy, but how about them Boozers?
All right.
That's all.
Thank you, Dom Campanera, for your Final Four predictions and championship predictions. I mean, Dom kind of just revealed our picks here, but I have Duke winning. I'll say my Final Four. I have Duke facing Illinois, Arkansas facing Iowa State, and then I have Duke and Arkansas in the championship with Duke winning over them.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to kind of break down
All right, go
each
ahead.
of the regions. So, in the East, I'm going Duke. I got TCU over Ohio State. I think TCU's played very, very well down the stretch. Obviously, I'm going to take St. John's and Kansas. I'm going to take South Florida upset Louisville. I think they play very, very well.
Actually, I had that too.
The fast break is real good. Again, fast break points, very, very good. Michigan State over North Dakota State. I got UCF upsetting UCLA.
Yes, there we go, Cole Kuhn.
Yeah, big time upset there. I got UConn advancing. And then I got Duke over TCU, Kansas over St. John's, and kind of a big battle versus Patino and
Bill Self.
and Bill Self, yeah. And then I got South Florida beating Michigan State.
Whoa, Cole Kuhn.
Don't get me wrong, I love Tom Izzo, but I think South Florida, they kind of have a similar play style to Michigan, but they force a lot of turnovers, and I think that could work in their favor. I got UConn over UCF, and I got UConn over South Florida, and Duke over Kansas, and then I got Duke advancing to the Final Four.
I relatively have somewhat similar. I have St. John's beating Kansas, though.
Yeah, I think that could happen as well. I think
feel-
Patino's a...
I don't know. I feel like with Darren Peterson, they just don't know how to play. They're.
Well, yeah, but they'll have Darren Peterson.
No,
for
but what
that
I'm saying
game.
is that the lineups with and without him. Now you're on the biggest stage. I feel like at that point you're facing St. John's. That game.
Do you think that Darren Peterson would sit out?
No, not at all.
No, exactly.
But what I'm saying is that out of every second round game that I have, maybe minus BYU and Gonzaga, that's probably gonna be the most looked at game.
Absolutely. I mean, it's two legendary coaches,
I know,
obviously.
that's
All right, moving on to my South. I got Florida beating the play-in. I got Clemson over Iowa. Vanderbilt over McNeese. I know you have McNeese
I have
upsetting.
McNeese in the Sweet 16,
Well,
baby.
I have Troy beating Nebraska. I think Troy has played very,
Yeah,
very well.
it could
And
happen.
I think Nebraska, I mean, they just haven't been there ever. So I am going to take Troy in the first round there. I'm taking VCU to upset North Carolina without Caleb Williams.
Phil Martelli
Or
Jr.
Caleb Wilson.
Joe's prep.
And I'm taking Penn to upset Illinois.
Oh my goodness.
TJ
I hear
Power,
this so
baby.
much. It's not happening.
Listen, Wagler is great, and I love Illinois, but I just think Penn has got grit. I'm taking St. Mary's over A&M. I think St. Mary's is one of the best shooting teams in the entire bracket. I'm taking Houston over Idaho. Then I got I got Florida over Clemson, and then I got Troy beating Vanderbilt, moving on to the Sweet 16. I got Penn over VCU to move on to the Sweet 16, and then I got Houston over St. Mary's. Florida over Troy, Houston over Penn, and then I got Houston moving on to my Final Four. Moving up to the top right in the West, I got Arizona, I got Villanova, High Point upsetting against Wisconsin, and then I got Arkansas beating Hawaii, BYU beating Texas, Gonzaga over Kennesaw State. I got Missouri beating Miami in a home game in St. Louis. And then I got Purdue moving on against Queens. Moving on to my second round, I got Arizona over Villanova. I got High Point over Arkansas.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Listen, I love Calipari and I love Acuff. I love Calipari, I love Acuff. High Point is my pick to the Sweet 16.
No.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
They are not taking down Acuff. That
You will see.
That, you know what? I'm going to take.
Hey, listen, I get it because Arkansas is red hot and they just won the SEC tournament. But listen, you haven't seen High Point play yet.
That is diabolically
Wait till you see Jack
bad.
Golke 2.0.
Absolutely not. Diabolically bad.
I hear where you're coming from.
I'm going to use an ESPN word. Blasphemy.
All
That
right.
is ridiculous.
And that's fair. And then I'm going to take...
Hold the show for
I'm going to
what?
take...
My guest is here.
all right.
Oh, no.
Just please get him out of
You
here.
know what? You know what? This is collusion because I saw Dom Camp text Jamie to come in here. All right, Jamie, come on. Let's go. You have your time. All right. We're talking about March Madness right now.
All right.
You have your Final Four.
My Final Four.
Here we go. It's going to be terrible, isn't it? We're going to hear.
I got-
We're going to
no.
have High Point, McNeese, and...
All right. Relax. Let him speak.
High Point. I have High Point going to the Sweet 16.
Thank you.
That could be... That's,
Really?
That's
Yeah.
what I have.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
All right. What's your Final Four, though?
Florida,
Okay, that's not terrible.
Duke,
Okay. I have that.
Arkansas.
I have that too.
You have Arkansas?
I do have Arkansas.
And Michigan.
All right, Michigan's not bad. I have
And
Iowa
then
State.
Championship and winner.
Duke, Arkansas. And then Duke.
Okay, I have the same thing.
Wow.
Okay,
I like
so-
that a lot.
alright. So we can agree for once.
All right. All right.
Wait,
Going back to my bracket.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I got Gonzaga over BYU.
No!
Purdue over Missouri. I got Arizona over High Point, and I got Gonzaga over Purdue.
Sorry, John.
I think Graham Ike is honestly one of the best big men in the tournament without JT Toppin for Texas Tech. Gonzaga over Arizona to make it to the Final Four. I got Michigan over Howard, St. Louis over Georgia, Akron beating a hurt Texas Tech, Alabama over Hofstra, Tennessee over the play-in.
I don't know, Miami, Ohio could surprise some people.
Listen,
No.
I don't hate Miami over
Oh my
Ohio.
God.
No, they're getting
They just
better.
haven't had any experiments.
No, I know, I'm
experience.
just saying, they got a
One
chance.
quad 2 win. Virginia over Wright State. Santa Clara upsetting.
Yeah.
Iowa State moving on. I got a big upset here. I got St. Louis beating Michigan. I think that St.
Cool
Louis.
coup.
I think St. Louis is a NC State 2.0.
On this very show in front of all these people.
Absolutely. I
You
got.
have Alabama. Their
Yes!
second best player got arrested.
What do you...
He's done.
And Cole just said Texas Tech was hurt. I think they get by Akron.
No, Alabama's done. They're done.
What do you mean? And Texas Tech is injured. They're also
Bro.
done.
Bro, Alabama is going to. I have them losing in the first round.
Congratulations, I don't.
They're
For good
losing
reason.
The first round.
No,
All right.
they're not.
All right.
You're
Wait
an
a sec.
idiot.
What do you mean?
All right. That's enough. I got
Never thought
Tennessee.
Cole Coon would be the
I
voice
got
of reason.
Tennessee over Virginia. I got Iowa State over Santa Clara. I got St. Louis beating Alabama to move on to the Elite Eight. I got Iowa State over Tennessee, and I got Iowa State moving on to my Final Four. That's my big upset pick. St. Louis to the Elite Eight.
All right, Ethan has something to say. Probably not. We're probably not gonna get into it. Oh, we were gonna get into the Celtics.
Oh yeah.
John,
All right.
Caffey, what do you have to say?
Yeah.
If anything about High Point.
Hi fans. I just wanted to
Hi,
say,
fans.
you know, I just want to say, I personally have faith in High Point to win the whole tournament. I think that they have a really great shot. Got a great backcourt. I think their front court's really solid, and they have some really great depth. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I don't know.
I just
That's-
personally think that, they're the best team in this tournament by far. Second by, possibly Akron and who else
this
is
is terrible.
maybe Queens. Queens has a good team as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's
All right,
great.
I'm giving my Final Four predictions. I got Duke over Houston, Gonzaga over Iowa State, and I got Duke over Gonzaga
Gonzaga.
in the
I have
championship.
BYU. Anyway, all right, we can talk a little bit about the NBA. We have like 8 minutes. All right, so I'm asking, are the Celtics the favorites to win the championship? And
I mean, is that even a question though? Really?
you know what, Jamie? For once in my life, I think I'll agree with you. I think that the Celtics probably are the favorites right now. Because of the fact that I thought with Jason Tatum coming back, I didn't think it was going to be so great for the Celtics. But you know what? Seems like it's turned out to be even better than I thought it was going to be. So, you know what? I will agree with you. I think the Celtics probably are the favorites. But, when the Pistons are ready to roll, fully healthy, I think that they have a very good shot against the Celtics. They're going to take them to 7 games. And also, I don't think that the Celtics get by the San Antonio Spurs or the Oklahoma City
I
Thunder.
agree. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I think they have the best. I think they have the best odds at the Eastern Conference.
You look at the Thunder, right? They obviously got a lot better with the addition of Jared McCain. Because they're finding the best team in the NBA, somehow finding minutes for Jared McCain when the Sixers couldn't. They gave up 3 second rounders for Jared McCain.
Also first rounder.
That's also a lot for such a high value pick. Obviously, Sixers were selling high, right, for Jared McCain.
Yeah, they got a first round pick.
So obviously, Thunder got a lot better, but they don't make it past the Spurs. I have Wemby
Really?
winning the Western Conference Finals MVP, but they don't make it past. Wemby does not make it past Nemias Queta and the Celtics.
Jamie, that's
Jason Tatum winning Finals MVP.
that is the craziest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
I will say, honestly, I know you guys haven't talked about them yet, but I just want to throw the Rockets out there. I think playoff KD. All right,
I don't know about that.
people need to relax, but I think that they could upset either the Thunder or the Spurs. I think that they're a threat.
They just got embarrassed by the Lakers.
Well, you know what? LeBron's not even the number 1 option anymore. It's number 3 option. Yeah. I know you enjoy that, but that's ridiculous. The Celtics beating the Spurs. I mean, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. How?
Celtics.
Who's taking down Wembanyama?
Everyone mute up, please. Thank you.
Nemias Queta.
All
Nikola Vucevic.
All right, please leave.
I think he's hurt, Vucevic, right now.
He's hurt for another few weeks. Another few weeks.
Another few weeks. All
In a
right.
few weeks, we'll be out for the whole year.
All right.
At this rate, this is ridiculous, Jamie. They have nobody to take down Wembanyama.
No, they literally
Don't
And look
took
at the
the
depth.
Spurs down to the wire when they played it.
down to the
other
wire.
day.
What?
Yeah.
is
Jalen
wrong?
Brown- down to the wire.
Jalen Brown got ejected in the second quarter.
That was pretty bad. I can't lie. But nonetheless, nobody to take down Wembanyama. And you look at also the depth and the guard depth and the overall depth, and you look at the veteran experience as well. That Boston, they trade away a lot of veterans. Porzingis is not there anymore.
Holiday.
Holiday's not there anymore. The more veteran experience,
I mean,
playoff
obviously,
experience
this
goes.
system is working though.
Okay.
They have like the 3rd highest net rating,
Congratulations.
top 2 offense,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a top 7 defense.
When did we ever say they weren't a good team?
No, this team is going to produce in the playoffs, and
I
eventually
don't
take
have
home-
a doubt about it.
We don't
Banner
disagree.
19.
We're saying Spurs are better.
I mean, if you look
And
at
the Thunder, honestly.
If you look at the matchup, well, I mean, the Spurs are going to beat the Thunder. I think the Spurs are going to beat the Thunder.
I agree.
Go to the finals,
Right.
but they're not getting past the Celtics. I mean, Jason Tatum
not true.
is going to go back to his original form. Like, he's
Original
still-
form. What did he have? He's in a new form right now.
He's coming back from an Achilles
Is
tear.
he in his Cancun or shell or whatever? I
It's his
don't know.
Achilles tear. He's
Cocoon,
obviously
sorry.
returning back to his original form. He's
Okay.
going to be back.
All right.
Putting up 30 a game.
Thank you.
Alright,
That's
you're done.
enough.
That's unbelievable. 30 a
Thank you,
game.
and
Are you
that's enough.
crazy?
Yes.
Are you
Thank you,
crazy?
and that's
All
enough.
right. You know what? Probably not enough time. All right, Ethan. One last comment.
I'll give you Ryan Rants.
All right, I just want to rant about. I just want to do about Rojas, and then
All right,
we'll
all
wrap
right,
things
all
up.
right. Rojas.
No, we're all done. Everybody,
Rojas
hush.
suspended. I don't know what the peanut gallery is talking about. Get into Rojas being
Hey, we
suspended
got
for
like
80
a whole
games.
crowd here.
I
All
think
right,
The Kings have
how?
good veterans out.
What is in the Phillies' water, for goodness sakes? I mean, you got Alvarado suspended for 80 games, and Rojas. How much was Alvarado suspended for? I don't remember.
Kepler, too.
You know what? I don't remember. But yeah,
Kepler.
but what do you call it? Now all of a sudden, Rojas, who batted like 100 something last year, is also suspended. These PEDs are just not really working, and it's not also worth it taking them. You're also losing your money. Rojas is making a pretty penny, and last time I checked. Why all of a sudden you're batting 180, the Phillies are still playing you, and you still got to take PEDs or whatever just to, still make the same, just to, lose your money now. In the Dominican League. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, this is absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe this is going on right now. Listen, he wasn't that great when he was playing with the Philadelphia Phillies, but he's a very good defender, and I will give him that. So, I don't understand why he did that. It doesn't make any sense. You lose your money. The Phillies were still probably having you on the roster or something like that. We got 2 minutes left. On Friday, myself, Dom Campanera, who was just on earlier, we traveled down to Baltimore. Prep taking on the Gilman School lacrosse, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Baseball at the Haverford School. No. Volleyball today. Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Saturday, baseball, 11 a.m. Baseball season opener at the Haverford School, 11 a.m. And then next Tuesday, lacrosse at Archbishop Wood, 4 p.m. Eastern Time start. We got tennis, we got squash, we got all of that. Stay up to date with St. Joe's Prep Sports Instagram to stay tuned. But that'll do it for the latest edition of the CR7 Podcast.